Miriyala, a chartered accountant from Bangalore. Yeah, I teach for CA final financial reporting, and I teach for that is group 1, group 2 GFRS, that is paper 6E optional. No, what is choice paper? Correct, no, optional choice paper you have. And for CA Inter, I will be teaching accounting standards and part of group 1 accounting as well, right? And about myself, I'm an author of this Ind AS Made Easy and Financial Reporting Made Easy and a few books of CA Inter as well, right? And today's session is about Ind AS 41, a small standard, agriculture. Yeah, recently one question has been asked in CA final July 2021 attempt, right? A small standard, if you understand the basics perfectly, you will be able to crack it just like that, right? And one more standard, this is also very small standard. Yeah, practically you have to do it, which you have already studied it as part of your CA Inter, which is Ind AS 7 cash flow statement, right? And before going to the main session, yeah, some information about our classes on Unacademy platform. Yeah, this is ACE with AS Academy, right? We AS Academy, all the faculty of AS are teaching on the platform of Unacademy, right? So all of our teachers teach in 100% English. Yeah, we have regular batch, that is comprehensive batch, and fast track batch for CA Inter, CA Final, and for Foundation, right? And my classes, as I told, I teach financial reporting, GFRS, Global Financial Reporting Standards, that is GFRS paper 6E, group 2, and CA Inter accounting standards and group 1 accounting. Yeah, I'll be teaching on Unacademy platform. My classes of CA final paper 1 financial reporting already started, right? It is going on, will be completed by November 15th, right? And our class right now, financial reporting, is happening morning and evening, right? Morning 3 hours, 6:30 to 9:30 a.m. Evening also 3 hours, 6:30 to 9:30 p.m. right? And totally 50 days of class, 50 into 6, 300 hours. In detailed discussion of each and every point of the standards. And this, after this entire class, it will be useful for your practical career, and not only for the just examination purpose. In examination, obviously it will become very easy because you are learning each and every point. It will obviously help you, right? And about my next class, GFRS, which is already completed, which started in July 21st, and I think I took approximately 25 days of class, 74 or 75 hours of class lecture totally. Here also we have covered ICA material, previous examination, mock test papers, everything is covered. In financial reporting also same thing is happening, everything is covered. After the classes, you don't need to search for that material, this RTP, that, no, not at all required, because it's all part and parcel of our discussion. It's taking place in the classroom itself. So directly just study whatever is happening, whatever is discussed in the classroom, properly make note of everything. That would be more than sufficient for your exams. Not only for exam, I can give you guarantee, right? When you go to your, when you enter a job or practice, wherever Ind AS, then you will feel 100% confident. That I can give you guarantee. And about Unacademy, yes, you can attend the live sessions, right? If you don't have time, yes, recorded sessions also will be available during the subscription period. Anytime you can watch, and we'll share the Telegram channel link to you. You can be part of the Telegram channel. subsequently whatever the questions you get, yes, you can post it in the channel. We are there to solve your doubts, right? Next, this is Unacademy, right? Then say for same subject, number of faculties are available, like that. These are all the other faculty who are teaching, right, for FR, SFM, and for costing, and for taxation. And this is one more point, limited offer is available, correct? Limited time offer. When there is a limited time offer, 12 months subscription, if you take it, 2 months extra subscription will be available. Use the code YESHAS. Yeah, if you use the code YESHAS, you will get 10% discount also as well. This is applicable for group 1 subscription, group 2 subscription, and for a combo offer also. Yeah, for the combo offer also, same terms and conditions, 12 months subscription, 2 months extra is available to you. Okay, right. And there is one more program, that is Iconic program. This is a premium program, normal plus class plus course. This is in addition to that. Yeah, here what are the additional things? Yes, Unacademy is going to give you doubt solving, that is they will appoint one mentor to you. Yeah, whatever the questions with respect to material, with respect to subject doubts, everything you can contact mentor. Yes, mentor can answer your questions, even subject related. Yeah, if he is not able to answer, then obviously he will link the faculty with the student, right? So you will be able to get the clarity. If you do not know any subject concept, yes, that master can redo it for you for some time, either in the classroom or separately over phone, anything. And evaluated test series is going to be conducted. Yeah, evaluated test series they will be conducting for each subject. For each subject, 3 papers will be conducted. One is after 40% of completion, one test, 80% of completion of syllabus, another test, 100% of completion, one more test. Like that, say example, you have 8 papers for entire final, right? 8 into 3, 24 papers you will be writing. That would be more than sufficient. And it's not just your writing, it will be evaluated, and they will come out with suggestions. Where are you lacking, correct, where to improve? Yes, and their own suggestions they will come out by having a discussion with you. Then you will get a lot of confidence, support. That is what very much important here. And in plus course you will not get printed material, but in this Iconic program you will be getting, right, you will be getting this printed material also to you, right? So, and normal plus courses will be whatever live sessions will be there, doubt solving sessions will be there. If you have a question in the live class, you can, in the comment box you can type, correct, you can share your photo. Suppose you solved in particular fashion, I'm not understanding where you lost, then you can share the photo with us, we will answer you. At the same time, you can raise hand and you can start talking. I mean, you can ask us questions. I mean, you can speak to us. Got my point? Yeah. So many facilities are there in Unacademy platform that will be very useful to the students. Okay. And in this live mentoring, as I told you, yes, they will discuss your doubts, they'll clarify your concepts and enhance your exam preparation, correct, just by one click. Yeah, never before such kind of mentoring was there. This is then add-on point to you, very much add-on point to you. And as I told you about evaluated test series, yes, 40%, 80%, 100% concept, that is this point. Done. Next, 12 months. Yes, here it is Iconic subscription, because premium services are there, obviously they will charge premium only for this, correct? So when you, I mean, for 12 months subscription, it will cost you per month approximately 2,375 it will cost you, right? You can use the, I mean, you can use the code YESHAS live, that will help you to get some discount, right? This is available for CA final group also, CA, I mean group 2 also. This will be available for both the groups also. I hope you understood, right? This is about um, the information regarding iconic course. Chalo, let's get into the today's topic, that is Ind AS 41 agriculture. Yeah, and Ind AS Ind AS 7, which is what is that? Your cash flow statement. Yeah, what is there in generally you may think what is there in cash flow statement to discuss? There is a lot. Recently, I don't remember exactly whether it is in January or in the November attempt May, they asked for 16 marks consolidated cash flow statement they have asked. Yeah, suddenly the question can come. That time, obviously student cannot say, no, I studied it in CA Inter, I do not know. Correct. That answer cannot be, that way you cannot answer, and that is not expected. Got it? Right. Unexpectedly only questions will come, my dear. So better to be ready for unexpected things also. Right? Yes. If you study everything, each and every concept, then doubt won't be there and clarity will be there. Got my point? Yeah, that seriously helps you a lot and lot. Yes. Chalo, with respect to Ind AS 41. Ind AS 41 talks about agriculture. Yes, agriculture. Yeah. This standard basically deals with three topics. One is biological asset, and the next one is agriculture produce, and next government grants related to agriculture. Okay, these are the only three topics which the standard talks about. Fine. Biological asset. Sir, what is biological asset? Biological asset is living animal. That's it. Biological asset is living animals. Living animals are plants, whatever it is. And doesn't matter here. Living animal, living plant. Yeah, means life should be there. Once you cut the plant or you take the life of the animal, then it is no more living animal, no more biological asset. Correct, na? Right. So that is important. Done. But biological asset, which biological asset is dealt by this Ind AS 41? Biological asset other than bearer plant. Yeah, other than bearer plant is dealt by my standard. Why like that? Why like that means bearer plant is dealt by Ind AS 16. Ind AS 16 is talking about bearer plants. Correct. Bearer plant is nothing but a PPE. Right? Bearer plant is nothing but PPE till that plant starts giving fruits to you. It's going to be capital working progress to you. It is a self-generated PPE to you. Correct? Yes, this is discussed as part of Ind AS 16. Done. Next, agriculture produce. Right. Agriculture produce at the point of harvesting. At the point of harvest. What do you mean by at the point of harvest? Yeah, say when fruit is there, when it is attached to the tree, it is still with the tree. That is just before the removal, standard 41 is applicable. Okay, na? Once you pluck the fruit, then it is not as part of Ind AS 41, then it will be correct. Now, once you pluck the fruit, that is an inventory to you. Then you have to refer Ind AS 2. Okay, right. And the next one is government grants. Generally, government grants, there is a separate standard called Ind AS 20, which you know, correct? But government grants, this is government grants related to agriculture. Yes, this is government grants related to agriculture. Government grants related to agriculture will be dealing with this standard. Got it? Right, my dear. Next, this standard is not applicable to it is not applicable to land which is used for agriculture activity. Yeah, correct. Land is different, the plant is different, isn't it? So when I say land that is used for your agriculture purpose is nothing but Ind AS 16. Correct, na? Ind AS 16 it has to be. Correct, na? It is not any other standard. It's not 41, it is Ind AS 16. Next, a bearer plant related to agriculture activity. Yes, this is also I told you just now. Yeah, bearer plant Ind AS 16 we are going to deal with. Done. Government grants related to agriculture activity. Correct, na? Right. Government grants related to other than agriculture activity. Sorry, yeah, this is other than agriculture activity. right? Other than agriculture activity, you have to go to Ind AS 20, right? Intangible asset related to agriculture activity, yes, Ind AS 38 is what you are supposed to refer. ROUA, yeah, you have leased it, you have taken it any correct, you have ROUA arising from a lease of land related to agriculture activity. Yeah, suppose you took land from other party on lease basis and you're using it for your agriculture activity, then you are supposed to, I mean, how to account for the lease? Our lease will be done by Ind AS 116, correct na? But in the land, whatever the agriculture produce is there, correct na? Agriculture biological assets, that the plants are there, only that to the extent of plant and to the extent of produce, your standard 41 is there, but not for the leased hold land. Hope you understood. Next, right, let's just small example, some two examples I have given it here just for understanding purpose, right? Suppose if you take the tea bushes, yeah, tea bushes, right? Tea bush means, you know that obviously, correct na? Tea bush is what? Tea bush is a biological asset. Yes, tea bush is a biological asset, but even though it is a biological asset, tea bush is a bearer plant. It is a bearer plant. That's why you are supposed to refer Ind AS 16, you are supposed to refer. What is a bearer plant, sir? Yeah, what is a bearer plant means which is used for producing agriculture produce. Yeah, for what purpose? To make the agriculture produce, you are using this plant, right? That means it bears the agriculture produce, and the expected life is more than 12 months. What is that I said? Expected life is more than 12 months. Yes, and very remote likelihood of selling it as an agriculture produce. What is that I said? Remote likelihood of selling it. Remote likelihood means we are growing this tree not for selling it as an agriculture produce. Say example, suppose if you say teak wood, yeah, what is that I said? Teak wood, teak tree. Yeah, teak tree is not a bearer plant. Yeah, is not a bearer plant. Why, sir? Teak tree, teak fruits will not come. Correct na? Teak fruits, teak leaves will not sell. The plant only will be sold in the future as a produce. What is your produce? Produce itself, tea itself is the tree itself is a produce to me, right? But no, that's why bearer plant definition, it does not satisfy. Suppose if you say mango tree, yeah, what is the purpose? Mango tree, what is the purpose? Sir, mango tree gives us the produce, that is mangoes. Mangoes we are going to sell and we want to make profit from there. We want to make money by selling the mangoes, but not from the selling the tree. That remote likelihood of selling the tree as a produce means, a tree, when do I sell? Okay, maybe because of cyclone, cyclone situation, it fell down. Then I'll cut and sell it. What can I do it? Correct. Now, at the life, some 70, 80 years over, the tree is not giving any more fruits. Then yes, I'm into business. Correct. Now, we'll cut it and we'll plant one more tree over there. Correct. So that we will sell it, but under remote likelihood. Remote, rare chances we will sell, but our objective, our intention is not to sell mango tree sale. Correct. Now we don't want to sell the tree as a tree. We want to sell only mangoes. Got it? Right. So this is, tea bush. Tea bush is not meant for sale. Tea leaves only we will sell. Tea leaves is what? Agriculture produce. Agriculture produce is picked leaves. Correct. And next, inventory. What is inventory, sir? Once you plug the leaf, then you will what do you do? You will put it in a factory. Correct na? Yes, the tea manufacturing process is there. Yeah, then tea powder will come. Dust tea powder, whatever people will call. Correct na? That is going to be dealt by Ind AS 2. Right. Even after plucking. Correct na? Leaves which are attached to the tea bush is dealt by 41. Leaves which are plucked, correct na, will be dealt by Ind AS 2. Right. In the same fashion, sheep is what? Sheep is a biological asset which is living animal. Correct na? Sometime before I said living animal or living plant. Correct. Wool is the agriculture produce. Correct na? Right. Once you cut the wool, correct na? Once you shave that, automatically that wool will be my, correct. Now from wool what you'll do, we'll do some process, correct. Now we do some process, and that carpet or yarn, whatever it comes out, this is what my inventory, that is the ultimate product. Yes, listen carefully. Once you pluck the leaves, correct. Now once you pluck the leaves and you make the tea powder, correct. Now tea powder or tea dust, whatever you call, correct. Now this process is covered by Ind AS 2, my dear, Ind AS 2. Because process is not agriculture, this is not agriculture activity, my dear, okay na, this is manufacturing activity, agree, right? Once you cut the wool, correct na, once you shave that wool from the sheep, correct, and making yarn or making the carpet, this is also inventory activity, this is manufacturing activity. It is not dealt by 41, Yes, many times what happens, what up to what level which standard is supposed to be applied, this is where the question mark comes for many students. Got it? Right. Chalo, anyhow, let's look at the relevant definitions. What is agriculture activity? Right. Yeah, you have to focus on this. Right. First point, agriculture activity. When do you say it is an agriculture activity? We say it is an agriculture activity. There is a management of biological transformation. Listen, it is a management. Management. What do you mean by management? We are supporting. That's all. Biologically, suppose there is sheep, it has to grow. Correct. Now, calf is there. It has to become cow now. Right. What do you do? Management means what do I do? We will feed. Correct. Now, give vaccinations to that. And so many other kinds of, correct. Suppose if there is a problem, I mean some disease or something, we will take it to doctor and get the things done, correct, properly. That is called management. Naturally it will grow. That natural process we will be supporting it. That is management. Management of biological transformation, correct. By feeding, correct. What do you do? By giving feeding, correct. Good food, correct. Good food if you provide it, automatically, correct. Good food, light, correct. Right, medicine, yeah, provide all these things, and which will lead to what? Qualitative benefit, correct. Qualitative, the output will be, agriculture produce will be whatever comes out. Suppose it is with respect to a cow, correct. Yeah, if you give good food and everything, correct, properly, if you take care, right, quality milk also will come out. At the same time, quantitative also will come. What it will lead to, sir? Quantitative with respect to agriculture produce means it was giving 10 liters of milk, say example, I don't know how much one cow will give also actually, okay, right. So it was giving 10 liters of milk. Now it may give 15 liters if you take care properly. And at the same time, not only that, it will give birth, correct. It will create, correct, generation. Automatically it will give birth to next calf, correct. Calf, that is nothing but, the calf is not agriculture produce to you, but it is going to be an additional biological asset to you, correct. So what is the management means? We are trying to help the natural process which is going on, correct. Right. Once you pluck the tea, then making tea leaves, then you making it tea powder, that is not natural process, that is a machine process here. That's why it is not part of my standard Ind AS 41. Hope you got it, right. So right, harvest of biological asset, yes, harvesting, that means it's going to be helpful to you in different fashion. Yes. Yeah, your management will help for good sales, correct. Conversion into agriculture produce, conversion into additional biological assets, as I told, calf related these things, right. Next, biological transformation. Yes, it is a process of qualitative change, which I told you just now, and it may lead to quantitative change as well, correct. So how that change can happen? It may be happening by growth, increase in the quantity, or improvement in the quality of the animal or plant, right. Degeneration means decrease in the quality or quantity of the animal or plant. Yeah, your management will help in many ways. Production of agriculture produce, procreation, that is what it may give a birth, and creation, it leads to, right now, additional biological assets, you are going to get it. Next, what is the definition of bearer plant is what also noted here, right? It is used in production or supply of agriculture produce, right? And is expected to bear for more than one period that is equal to more than 12 months, you can write it. And it has remote likelihood of being sold as an agriculture produce. The bearer plant itself is not going to be sold. Remote likely, very rare chance of selling, which I told you orally, it's given in the text very clearly. Done. Next, recognition of biological asset or agriculture produce will be possible when and only when the following conditions are satisfied. Okay, right. First and foremost, see, any asset, this is not only with respect to biological asset, right? Any asset can be recognized only when the entity gets the control of the asset. Yes, what do you mean by control? Yeah, what do you mean by control? Control, I mean, I should be able to generate the future economic benefits from it. Correct? I can restrict the access of future economic benefits from others. Yeah, suppose this laptop is there, right? This laptop, the economic benefits of whatever the benefits comes out of this laptop, it's all derived, it is all going to be used by me. It's all going to be used by me. That is one. True. Second point, you can't come and take my laptop. Correct. Now, without my permission, you can't use my laptop. That means I am restricting the economic benefits. Got it? Yeah. Then I say this laptop is controlled by me. This building is mine. Right? This building is mine. I can restrict. Nobody else can come without my permission, without I renting it out to anybody. Nobody can use it. And the benefits of this means I may use it my own purpose. Correct? Now, I may do my business in this building. I may rent it out, I may sell it out, correct? Na? Right. All the benefits should be derived by me. Right. So when I say control, first and foremost thing, the entity controls the result of the past events. That is next. And there should be probable future economic benefits inflows. These two things are, my dear, basic definition conditions to asset. These two things are basic conditions to asset. If you satisfy, this is that the one. Next one, third one, we say fair market value or cost we are telling, but we need mostly fair market value of the asset is required. Why fair market value you need, my dear sir? Because we are going to measure at fair market value minus selling cost initially and subsequently. We are going to measure it at fair market value minus selling costs. That is the reason. Correct? Na? That is the reason. I hope you understood. Yeah, that is the reason. What do I call? Because of that reason, we say fair market value or cost should be measured reliably. Okay, right. Next. Yeah, this is important, crucial. Yes, focus. Biological asset and agriculture produce, both remember, initially and initial measurement. Initially will be recognizing. What do you mean by recognition, my dear? Recognition means recording in the books of account. Correct? Na? Right. When you want to record it as an asset in your books of account, then it is right. What are you supposed to do? You should recognize it at fair market value minus selling cost. Cost to sell or selling cost, any word is fine. Right? It is the time when the entity acquires and gets the control over it. Right? Yeah. Remember, this is fair market value minus selling cost, not at fair market value. I'll give you a small example. Yeah. Suppose you bought a cow in the market. How much, sir? How much means, like, sir, this is 40,000 rupees I bought it. Okay, good. Yeah, but sir, I have paid some brokerage also. You paid brokerage. Okay, fine. How much you paid brokerage? This is equal to 2,000 rupees is the brokerage. Right. If I total these two numbers, my dear, this is called cost. If you say right now, are we recognizing it at cost? No, we are not recognizing it at cost. We are recognizing at fair market value minus selling cost. You are recognizing at fair market value minus selling cost. It's okay. This is the amount you paid cash. Correct? So then what are you supposed to record? Say we say first cash is equal to 42,000 rupees out. True. When I say it's a cow is a biological asset. Okay, let me say biological asset account debit. First you should ask a question yourself. If I sell this cow now itself, how much will come? I think 40,000 only will come to me, sir. Okay, fine. 40,000 will come to you. Right. Do I need to pay any brokerage? Will I incur any selling costs? Yes. If I sell, I have to pay another 2,000. I have to pay. Okay. That means fair market value. This is the fair market value is equal to 40. Selling cost is equal to 20,000. That is equal to 38,000. This cow should be recognized at 38,000 rupees, my dear friend, but not at 42. 42 is called a cost, but we are supposed to take biological asset at fair market value minus selling cost, right? So, sir, correct, but what about the balancing figure? Balancing figure, there is a 4,000 rupees. These are all your expenses. That should be charged to P&L expense karo. That's all. You cannot correct. You have to charge it to P&L because standard says it has to be recognized at fair market value minus selling cost, not at cost, not at fair market value. It has to be at this number. So our difference amount has to be charged to profit and loss. Hope you got it. Right. Next. Subsequently, what do you do, sir? Subsequently means what, sir? Subsequently means on every balance sheet date. Yeah. Today you bought the asset, that is cow or maybe whatever it is. Right. After 1 year, the value of it may go up, may come down. Anything can happen. Even subsequently also, same measurement, fair market value minus selling cost only you are supposed to measure it. Okay. Now, say example, when you bought it, let's say on 1/4/2020 you bought it. Okay. But what is today, Ravi? Today is equal to 31st March 2021. Okay. Right. What is the fair market value? Sir, fair market value today is equal to 50,000 rupees, sir. Okay. What about the selling cost? Selling cost is equal to same 4,000 rupees. Oh, is it? Then that is equal to 46,000 rupees. But in my books, what is the number? My number is equal to 38,000. 38,000 to 46,000 rupees. Correct? Now you deduct it, then you will get 8,000. This is the gain on fair market value measurement. Correct? Now this is the gain on fair market value measurement. Gain of 8,000 rupees. Gain of 8,000 rupees should be transferred to profit and loss. Yeah, we have not sold it. But still this should be transferred to profit and loss. This is a different industry. Their rules, regulations are a little different compared to other assets. That's why don't compare it with your PPE, don't compare with intangible or investment property or anything. Okay, everything is going to be measured at including agriculture produce. Yes. Why, sir? Suppose you have milk. Yeah, sir, we have a stock of milk, sir. How much you have got? Sir, I have 4,000 liters of milk is there. Same concept. Fair market value minus selling cost. That's all. Even if you have milk closing stock, that also is supposed to be measured at this number. Fair market value minus selling cost. They have given recently the question. That is one good question. Right, if you revise that one sum, that would be more than sufficient for the revision of the entire standard. Right. So now next question. Yeah, next question. Next point. What do I say? Let me explain it here. Just a second. Yes, listen. Sir, is it mandatory that fair market value are we supposed to measure? Is it mandatory? Right. For this, there is an exception. There is an exception to this rule. Oh, What is the exception we have? Only one exception. And this exception is applicable for biological assets. Yes, for the biological asset. For the biological asset, this exception is applicable, but this exception is not applicable for agriculture produce. Not applicable for agriculture produce. Right. And even for this biological asset also, there is a rebuttable assumption. What is that? There is a rebuttable assumption. There is a rebuttable assumption. What do you mean by rebuttable assumption here? Yes, it is a rebuttable assumption that fair market value can be determined. Fair market value can be determined. Yes, it can be determined. Means it is very much possible in this industry. Remember that it is very much possible in this industry to find fair market value. So the standard is arguing, rebuttable assumption means standard is arguing that you are telling fair market value not possible. How come it is not possible? It is very much possible to determine. Okay, but if you can, it doesn't mean that you have to do it. Suppose if you can prove it, see, under these circumstances, we are not able to measure fair market value. If you can prove it with reasoning, then you don't need to measure. Oh, then what can I follow, sir? If you are not able to measure under the different circumstance, different situation if you are not able to measure it, different situation if you are not able to measure it. Are you getting my point? Yeah. If you are, hope you understand. Then you go by the cost model. Cost model means, as usual, my dear, cost model as per Ind AS 16. Cost model means cost minus accumulated depreciation minus accumulated impairment loss, if there is any. That same model as you studied under Ind AS 16, you will be doing under cost model. You don't need to measure fair market value. But when you do not measure fair market value, obviously, what are you supposed to do? You are supposed to disclose the information. Next, one more important point here. Fair market value as of today, that again you have to tell this fair market value is not possible to measure, not after 2 years or 3 years of time. You have to take this exception and you should tell that initially in the sense when you acquire the asset, that day itself you should tell, it is not possible for us to measure fair market value due to XXXY something, correct now, 1 2 3 4 reasons you should tell. Right. Subsequently, okay, first year not possible, agreed, followed by cost model. Oh, super. Right. After 2 years or 3 years, now fair market value is very clearly measurable, but you cannot be on the same point. Now onwards, you have to measure it at fair market value, and the difference between your book value to fair market value will be routed through profit and loss statement. Is that clear to you? Done. So this is about agriculture produce, biological asset related matter. Okay. Recently, one question was there in the RTP. Yeah, what is that RTP mein question? Yes, listen carefully. What do you say? Right, ocean fishing. Yeah, ocean fishing. Yeah, what is ocean fishing? We are fishing in an ocean, correct? Right, we are not going to feed, seed something, nothing I'm doing. Just go catch fish and come out and sell it off. That is what we are doing. Is that called agriculture activity? Is that called an agriculture activity, my dear? When do you say it is an agriculture activity? There should be management of biological transformation. What are you managing? You're just, correct now, you're directly going to the ocean. You have never feeded, you have not done any job, correct now, whatever the fish is there, you are catching and, correct now, selling it. That's why it is not agriculture activity, right? At the same time, yes, one more. In case of zoo or any circus or something like that, correct na? Right. What is that? In case of zoo, in case of these people also, they will be having, correct, they will be having some animals. Right. So, assume in zoo is a big entity, sir. We are assume some whatever the reason. Ind AS 41 is applicable. So, are they supposed to follow this standard? Is it called agriculture? No, it is not going to be called as agriculture. Why means what is, see, your business is recreational, correct? I mean, what is that? Entertainment program, that is correctly speaking, entertainment program. Your objective is not to produce agriculture produce. Correct now. You have animals, not that we will produce agriculture produce, sir. Correct now. Cow is there, sir. I will get the milk. Milk I will sell and make profit. This is for a zoo. By showing the animal, you want to make money, but not by selling the milk here. Got my point? Right. So that's why it is not going to be. Next. Sir, we have some medicinal plants. Medicinal plant, Ayurvedic medicine. Medicinal plants are there, sir. Yeah, medicinal plants I am growing. Yeah, we have 50 acres of land. Medicinal plants I am growing, sir. Right. Tell me now, is this agriculture activity na? Is this agriculture activity na? Yes, very much. Very much. But listen, medicinal plants you are growing, but generally will ask, what is the purpose? Yeah, what is the purpose? Sir, medicinal plant, I'll make Ayurvedic medicine. That is my produce. Correct, na? Right, that is my produce. Produce I want to sell it. Then fine. Suppose, sir, no, sir, but what I want to do, na? I don't have 50 acres of land. Maybe I have some 1 acre or 2 acres of land. I am doing research and development. What am I doing? Research and development I am doing, sir. Yeah, how does it work? What will it work? Correct. Listen carefully. Research and development, what you do, correct na? If you do research and development, I'm sorry. Yeah, if you do research and development, what comes out is a technology, correct na? Technology, what comes out is equal to know-how. That is going to be either know-how or technology, but not an agriculture produce. Correct? Know-how technology is not your agriculture produce. So that's why, my dear, if it is meant for research and development, we are not going to classify it as this. Hope you understood. Next, one more last concept of the standard. With this, we'll complete it and go to Ind AS 7. Yeah, now, government grants for biological assets. Yeah, government grants for biological asset. Right. When I say government grants for biological asset, yeah, first we'll ask, is that biological asset? Correct, na? Government grant will not come for the agriculture produce. Okay, right. It will come for the biological asset. Yeah. If it comes, first question, are you following fair market value model or is it cost model? Cost model in the rare circumstance, if you can prove initially that fair market value cannot be measured, then we will go by that cost model. If you are following the cost model, my dear, you have to follow the rules and regulations of Ind AS 20. Yeah, remember, as per Ind AS 20, as you learnt, and we have discussed the quick revision of Ind AS 20, 1 hour full-fledged revision took place already, which you can watch it from the same channel. Okay, right. Recognize as and when Ind AS, recognize as and when Ind AS 20 is applicable. Right. What is that Ind AS 20 may says? If you have reasonable certainty, what you have? If you have reasonable certainty, what is there, my dear? If there is a reasonable certainty that, if there is a reasonable certainty, if there is reasonable certainty that, what? Reasonable certainty that conditions will be satisfied. Reasonable certainty that conditions can be satisfied. Correct, na? You will be able to recognize the government grant as per Ind AS 20. But okay, but if you are following fair market value minus selling costs, fair market value minus selling cost method, if you are following, right, the question, first question, right, is it conditional? Government grant is conditional. Conditional means what? You have to achieve. There is some target has been given. If you satisfy the target, correct, na? Right. If such target conditions are there, my dear, standard says you transfer it to profit and loss. What is that we are telling? Transfer it to profit and loss when conditions attached are met. When conditions attached are met. Hope you got it. Done. When government grant is unconditional, when government grant is, correct, na? See, listen. That means, suppose if they say, I will give you only after 5 years. I will give you only after 5 years. right? I mean, trees should be, you should grow the trees for 5 years. After completion of 5 years successful of growing the trees, correct, big plants, whatever you say, then only government grant will be given to you, such condition. Got it? Under that circumstance, you can recognize the government grant only after 5 years, not before. Only after 5 years you can recognize it, but not before. Point number one. Next, when suppose sir it is unconditional, sir, kuch condition nahi hai, sir, I mean, then immediately you transfer it, recognize it in the profit and loss when it becomes recoverable. Recognize it in the profit and loss whenever it becomes recoverable. Is that clear to you? That's it, my dear. This is about Ind AS 41. Ind AS 41. Okay, right. Just a second, I will take you to Ind AS 7. Windows chart. Yes, let's go to Ind AS 7. Oh, some issue. Just give me a minute. Yeah. Yes. Let's get into Ind AS 7. That is cash flow statement. Yeah, cash flow statement. See, this cash flow statement, whatever I am discussing, it is almost equal to, that is accounting standard 3, which is cash flow statement. But I will not discuss each and every point of cash flow statement, my dear. Only the new points which you might have focused or might have not focused, those points only I am going to discuss. Okay, right. When I say cash flow statement, as you know, the basic thing which is plus or minus, that is cash inflow, cash outflow will be there. Correct. Next, sir, this statement obviously will not include non-cash items, that you know very well. Right. What is that example? Yeah, non-cash items, as you know, example, a barter system. Barter. Something has happened in barter. Asset is given, asset is taken. It will not come. Correct. Now, conversion of, correct. Now, let's say if I say conversion of debentures. Yes, conversion of debentures into equity shares. Right. This is only one single journal entry you will be making. You will be making one single journal entry. Understood? Yes. You will be making one single journal entry. That is also not going to be, I mean, we don't do it. I mean, that is also non-cash item. Correct now, right? As part of business combination, you are acquiring another company. This is also same thing. But even though we do not bring it to cash flow statement, it has to be disclosed. It has to be the significant non-cash items. Okay, na? Not every small non-cash item, my dear. Significant non-cash items should be disclosed somewhere in the financial statements. Somewhere in the financial statements, not necessarily just below the cash flow statement, that you remember. Right, done. Next, as you know, cash. What do you mean by cash? Cash means cash in hand. Correct? Cash means cash in hand, cash at bank, and demand deposits. Correct? Now, demand deposit with the bank. Demand deposit with the banks. Yes, demand deposit in the sense Whenever I go and ask, I demand, the banker has to give me the money, my money back. That is right. That is cash. And cash equivalent, right? What is cash equivalent, sir? Cash equivalent, there are two conditions to satisfy. There are two conditions. Yes, there are two conditions to satisfy. Right. When you satisfy both the conditions, then only you are supposed to do this. What is the first condition? First condition, it says it is short term, highly liquidable, highly liquidable asset. Yeah, short term, highly liquidable asset. Okay, that's all. And right, first of all, let's go to this one, my dear. When I say short term means, isn't it 12 months? No, it is not 12 months. It is 3 months. Correct. It is 3 months. I write once again here, it is 3 months, but 3 months from what? 3 months from the date of acquisition of the asset. Date of acquisition of asset, not from the balance sheet date, my dear. Generally, students are confused for this. Is it from the date of acquisition or is it from the date of balance sheet? That means what? The original maturity, I mean to say. The original maturity, correct? Now, original maturity should be or less than, correct? Or it should be less than or equal to 3 months. If it is more than 3 months, sorry, it is not going to be cash equivalent. Right? Try to understand. If I say fixed deposit, okay, term fixed deposit. Yeah, fixed deposits are 2 years is original period. What do I say? Original period is equal to 2 years. Okay, excellent. Now, as on the balance sheet date, okay, as on the balance sheet date, right? What is the remaining maturity period? Remaining maturity, okay, remaining maturity, right? Remaining maturity is equal to, sir, 2 months only, sir. Getting my point? If it is remaining maturity is equal to 2 months, so, sir, can I present it as a cash equivalent? Sorry, my dear, you cannot. Should not. Okay. Why, sir? Why means you have to consider this 2 years. Right. Original maturity must be less than 3 months or equal to 3 months. Right. So then where am I supposed to present? It is less than 2 months from the balance sheet date. Yes, without a doubt, it is a current asset. Without doubt, it is a current asset. But you can't keep it under cash and cash equivalent. But where can I keep it? Means you refer schedule 3 division 2, okay, immediately below cash and cash equivalent, other than cash and cash equivalent, okay, one more, other than cash and cash equivalent. Okay, immediately below cash and cash equivalent, there is one more line item called other than cash and cash equivalent. You are supposed to present it over there. Getting my point? Next, situation number 1, this is. Next, sir, it is equal to 10 months is remaining maturity. Yes, 10 months is remaining maturity, also same concept is going to become. Hope you understood. 1 second. Done. Sir, remaining maturity is equal to, sir, 14 months is remaining maturity. How much is remaining maturity? 14 months is remaining maturity. Oh, is it? Then what are we supposed to do it? What are we supposed to do, my dear? It will be part of financial asset. Yes, it is part of financial asset. And when you say it is 14 months, then it is obviously a non-current asset. Correct? It is a non-current asset. Yeah. Where do I present it, sir? You should present it under other financial asset. Other financial asset category mein you are supposed to, if it is more than 12 months, as on the balance sheet date, it should be classified under other financial asset. Fixed deposit, remember that. It's a fixed deposit. It has to be classified in that fashion. Remember, and you have to apply whenever you go to any client. Right. Second condition should be what? Insignificant change in value. Insignificant risk of what? Change in value. Insignificant risk of change in value. insignificant risk, insignificant risk of change in value. Getting my point? Right. On conversion, correct na, into cash. When you convert it into cash, yes, when you convert it into cash, it is supposed to be getting my point? Yeah, when you convert it into cash, there should be insignificant there should be insignificant change in value. There should be insignificant change in value. Means, right, say example, if I invest into equity shares, investment in equity share is short term. I mean, short term is they won't be term only, but highly liquidable asset. Without doubt, highly liquidable. Whenever you want, you can sell it off. Very true. But it cannot be cash equivalent. Why cannot be cash equivalent? Because there is significant risk. Correct na? Today one share value is equal to 1000. Correct na? Just within fraction of minutes, if you get the information, no, then God only knows where it will go. Correct na? Right. Price may go up, price may come down. Right. Within 3 months, I will withdraw, sir. Like whatever you invest today, will you get the same amount after later point of time? Impossible. Okay na? Right. That's why what will be the example? Example will be Government of India bonds, Government of India securities, right, with original maturity. Correct na? With original maturity, that is important. With original maturity of less than or equal to 3 months, then let's talk about, let's say that is cash equivalent. Otherwise, it is not a cash equivalent, for your information. Got it? Right. Next, one more small point which I would like to discuss. Right. Bank overdraft. Right. Bank overdraft. Yeah. Bank overdraft. How do you treat it, sir? Listen, my dear. Bank overdraft, first, whenever you find bank overdraft in any financial statement, first you should ask, sir, is it repayable? Yeah. Is it repayable on demand? Yes. Is it repayable on demand? Don't think that every bank overdraft is repayable on demand. Sorry, not like that. Some bank overdrafts, after reaching particular amount, that will be automatically turned into loan and it will be repaid. In installments, will be repaying it. That's why it's not going to be every bank OD is not repayable on demand. Okay, right. So under that circumstance, if you say yes, sir, it is repayable on demand. Right? Understand? This will be, then what are you supposed to do? We treat it as cash and cash equivalent. We will be treating it as cash and cash equivalent if it is repayable on demand. Then, yeah, if you say no, got it? If you say no means what? Bank overdraft is not repayable on demand. If you say no, what is the matter now? Right. The minute you say no, not repayable on demand, right, what are you supposed to say? Treat it as a loan. That's all. Treat as loan. Yeah, loan. And it will be under financing activity. It is going to be covered. Got it? That is point number 1. Next. So bank overdraft, right? But remember, my dear, in accounting standard 3 May, sir, yeah, some people used to put it under working capital change. Correct na? Right. You also must have done it under IPCC level. Right. Some people will take it under financing activity. Am I right? Some people will take it under financing activity. Right. In bank overdraft, I mean, yeah, but correctly speaking, in accounting standard 3, there is no guidance, my dear. There is no guidance. Since there is no guidance, my point is what? In India, Ind AS is another set of standards. Correct? Na? Ind AS is another set of standards. We can give due respect to Ind AS. And follow Ind AS. Treat it as cash equivalent, cash and cash equivalent if it is repayable on demand. Got it? Right. Some people will ask a question. Sir, bank overdraft hai to, sir, I mean, you mean to say cash and cash equivalent, can it be a negative number, sir? Yeah, why not? Why not? Why not? Correct, na? Why not? It can be a negative number. It can be a negative number. Yes, this I remember paragraph 5 or 6 or 7 somewhere. I mean, first few paragraphs may only very clearly they have mentioned in the standard. Right? Because bank overdraft, how does it happen, my dear? Today my bank balance is equal to positive. I mean, in the sense, positive in the sense we have our balance. We have not taken any loan. Okay, right, 1 lakh. Suppose today I will release one check. Correct now, one check to one of my supplier, 2 lakh rupees I will release. Then it will become minus 1 lakh. Okay, within 2 days, okay, now within 2 days I got a check for 5 lakh rupees. Then again it will become positive. For these 2 days time, it is a loan. It is a loan. Correct. Is it loan? Can I call? You should not call it as a loan. You should call it as a cash management. You should call it is a small arrangement between the banker and myself. Don't say loan, because loan, if I say, there should be a term, there should be a period, fixed period. Correct. Now 5 years loan, 2 years loan. It's not like that. It is an arrangement. It is a cash arrangement between the company and the banker. That's why it is a cash and cash equivalent, and it can be negative. Right. And one more last point. Time is not permitting. Okay. There is one more word called cash credit. There is one more word called cash credit. Okay. Right. When I say cash credit is a perfect loan, my dear. It is a perfect loan. It is a short-term loan, short-term liability. Yes, it is a loan, it is a short-term liability. Got my point? Yes. That is what you are supposed to do it. Hope you understood. Right. This is cash credit. With respect to cash credit, it is a loan, it is short-term liability. Fine, my dear. In the next class, let's look into some other Ind AS and